Let's talk about World Tag Leagues. The World Tag League groups came out and some of the teams are interesting to say the least. So we're going to go through Group Block A and Block B, basically in the order with which New Japan have them listed on their website. And let's talk about some of them. Some of them I'm completely fine with, some of them I'm not. Let's start off right away with Bishamon. Bishamon is fine, don't need to talk a lot about them. They are a more or less like legendary tag team at the moment, especially with Goto after his world title run. I do want to see Bishamon and see what they do. I can definitely see them having a title shot at Wrestle Kingdom next year, because what are you going to do with Goto? You know, you've elevated him, you might as well put the tag titles on him, or at least put him in a match for the tag titles, so that's completely fine with me. Next is Bolton Oleg and Yano. That's again another fine one. They were a team last year, they did pretty well. They went to a tiebreaker triple threat match. That's fine, no qualms with that. The first weird one is Tsuji and Gabe Kidd, and I know the War Dogs and the unaffiliated are doing a thing together, and I know Tsuji and Gabe Kidd, they basically had that mutual sign of respect after Tsuji picked up the global title again. But also you've got Tsuji going into a unification match. The only thing I'm thinking might be the case of this is you put them together and then you're building this tension, and then if Tsuji beats Takeshita for the titles and unifies the title, well, I think they're going to unify the titles. If he unifies the titles, then you have this built-in feud with him and Gabe Kidd. Gabe Kidd being like, we win World Tag League together, and now we've got each other's respect. Let's have a match for whatever the title's going to be. If it's going to be one title, it's going to be one of the two titles. Who knows? That's if Tsuji wins at Wrestle Kingdom, obviously. Also, this probably gives Tsuji something to do, because Takeshita, I don't know how much is going to be in New Japan from now until January. We have our first of many House of Torture teams, Evil and Don Fale. We'll talk about House of Torture more later, because I think I need to talk about them a few times anyway. We'll get to that. My guys Taichi and Satoshi Kojima. This is a weird one, but I have no problem with it because it was probably meant to be Taichi and Ishii, but Ishii got injured, he dislocated his shoulder, so Kojima's replacing Ishii, so that's fine. These things happen. At least Kojima's now getting a run in World Tag League now. El Desperado and Shuji Ishikawa. This one is weird because the way they set it up was just like a post-match thing where El Desperado was like, I had a big guy and he wanted a match with me, but I said let's do World Tag League together instead. So El Desperado and obviously, you know, All Japan Triple Crown champion Ishikawa. So that's a big name, obviously, but I'm like, huh? Maybe he was just like, I want to do some stuff in some New Japan stuff. Now, yeah, you go to World Tag League. Shingo Takagi and Driller Malone. Okay, so Driller Malone obviously is like, he's big. He's really big right now. And again, it's the War Dogs unaffiliated thing. I don't know. You want to do something with Shingo Takagi, I guess, at the moment. Driller Malone, I get being a World Tag League. Again, it's another thing where he can put in like some really great performances and really, really be like, show I am him. And yeah, Shingo Takagi is not really doing anything at the moment, so you might as well put them together. Another House of Torture team. We have Takahashi and Chase Owens. I don't know, man. It's a House of Torture team. Whatever. And that's it for Block A. We've got some teams that make a lot of sense, some that are like, why? And we have two House of Torture teams in Block A. I think we know where this is going. I think we do. Now we're on to Block B, and we're starting off with the Knockout Brothers, who are the current IWGP World Tag Champions, so this makes complete sense. Yeah, this is why they're in World Tag League, they're the champions. So again, no qualms with this one, makes complete sense, just like Bishamon made complete sense in Block A. TMDK, represented by Zack Sabre Jr. and Oiwa for the second year in a row. Again, another one that does make sense. You want Zack Sabre Jr. in something high profile, you want Oiwa in something high profile because you want to build him up. So again, another one that actually does make a lot of sense. And yeah, I get it, Zack was in the world title picture, and maybe he can be looped back in. At least this gives him actually something quite cool to do in the build up to Wrestle Kingdom, and I'm sure this will set up a match at Wrestle Kingdom at some point through this. Monster Source, Alex Zane and Lance Archer. Again, another one that makes sense. They are a tag team. Went on hiatus last year and now they're in the World Tag League. So again, one that actually does make sense. They're there and yeah. No, again, another one with no qualms about it. Hiroshi Tanahashi and LP. This one again does make sense. LP wanted to tag with Tanahashi. He's just recovered. Well, he's recently come back from cancer. And you know, Tanahashi's final run, I'm sure he was like, you know what, LP, let's have a run in World Tag League together. You wanted to tag with me. How far they will go, I guess, depends on what they want to do with Tanahashi in his final match. Because what's Unk gonna do in his final match? His knees can't, if he's in a singles match, his knees can't have him in there for more than the length of a TV title match. Maybe he does a tag match or a trios match. Maybe they go all the way and they've challenged for the titles and that's his last match. That kind of does also make sense. So again, this one is kind of, this might be a team that, you know, wins World Tag League purely because, you know, they want to do something with Tanahashi and maybe a tag match is kind of what you're going to put him in for his retirement match because Unk's knees don't work. Shota Umino and Yuya Uemura teaming up for World Tag League. Their first World Tag League together, but they have been teaming up recently, so it makes sense, but also, I don't know, at this point, I would have thought, you know, Tsuji's doing really big things. I know Uemura was hurt and they tried with Shooter last year and it didn't really pan out very well for him and he's still not really over with the Japanese crowd. And again, like, I took a break from watching New Japan after Wrestle Kingdom last year, so I'm not fully, you know, like what's going on there with him, but I would have, it looked like they were building him up to be like this fucking like evil, like hate-filled heel, and I don't really see that. But maybe they're like, Gedo's like, I'm gonna do like a 5-year story for him to turn heel. I don't know. Maybe I could see them having a match against one another at Tokyo Dome. Obviously, they did lose to the Knockout Brothers, so maybe this again is them getting redemption to go and face them at Wrestle Kingdom as well. So I don't know. We'll have to see. David Finlay and Hiromu Takahashi. This one feels like we don't know what you're doing with you guys. So Takahashi, you won World Tag League last year, so I guess you're in it, and David Finlay, we're not doing anything with you at the moment. So you and Takahashi go out there and do it, guys. Ugh, I don't know. Again, this is one that I felt like, why? United Empire represented by the Great Okana and Callum Newman. This one does make sense. Obviously, they're a team together. United Empire has gone through a lot this year, unfortunately, with injuries and Cobb leaving and all the stuff going on. So, you know what? Again, I want to see, I like United Empire. I especially like Great Okan. So I want to see good things for them. So maybe, again, World Tag League is something that you can really get something out of them and see where we go with that. Again, this is actually a team that I like. I like that clearly Block B feels like it's a little bit more cohesive than Block A, but then it's another House of Torture team, Ren Narita and Sanada. Listen, I love Sanada, but why do we need 3 House of Torture teams in World Tag League? Gedo and also House of Torture won the Super Juniors tag tournament. So what is going on? Someone please explain down below how over they are in Japan. Explain down below how much the Japanese love House of Torture. Give me sources, give me links. Explain to me. Explain why the House of Torture is getting such a push. Because there's 3 teams. And like look, if we're looking at it from a kayfabe way, there's 3 teams. Statistically, you know, there's a high chance of House of Torture going far and winning. Why? They just won the Super Junior Tag League. And they're junior heavyweight champions. Tag champions. So, like, you know, I'm worried House of Torture is going to win it, because give it to, you know, Shota Umino and Yuya. Push them. Or if you use it to set up Tanahashi, having it leading to him having some sort of match as his final match in New Japan, you know, or, you know, you need to do something with Goto as well. Yeah, have Bishamon maybe challenge. So I don't know. I like that there's genuinely quite a few contenders and people I can see winning it. I don't like that some of these teams are just kind of there, and also it feels like there's 3 House of Torture teams to guarantee House of Torture win. But that is World Tag League block and thingy discussion, debate, something about World Tag League. Let me know in the comments down below your thoughts on the World Tag League teams. Remember to like, subscribe, and share the video with a friend or family member. But hey, Gedo, what are you doing? What are you doing, Gedo?